Developing effective communication skills is crucial to your professional growth, and demonstrating those habits over a period of time will make you more money. While we're currently experiencing social distancing and working remotely, now is the perfect time to sharpen the saw and improve those skills. Let's get to work. What's up, friend? I'm Kay Scholl. Welcome to another financial awareness video. If you're trying to make better financial decisions, grow your wealth and financial literacy, then you're in the right spot. So today we're going to deviate slightly from pure financial literacy topics and discuss something called effective communication. What is effective communication? How can you improve yours? And how will this result in making you more money? Simply put, effective communication is verbal speech or some other method in order to get your point across. But let's break this down a little deeper because people usually mess this up from the start. This is not about you. This is about getting your point across to the person listening to you and then further understanding how they will best receive that information. Along with developing verbal speech, you will also develop an understanding of how nonverbal cues can be used to communicate effectively. Nonverbal communication has been studied quite a bit, and it's been quoted that 93% of all communication is nonverbal and only 7% is verbal. This all stems from a psychology study from 1972 by Dr. Albert Mehrabian, where he found that communication is broken down as being 7% verbal, 55% body language, and 38% your voice or tone, or as I like to put it, how you say it. How to communicate effectively begins with being a good listener. You do have 2 ears and only 1 mouth, so you should be listening twice as often as you're speaking. There are plenty of situations where this doesn't apply. For example, when somebody is deliberately asking you to explain something on a topic that you know more about than they do. But even in situations like that, you do want to check in from time to time to make sure that you are retaining their attention. In most group settings, meetings, and one-on-one interactions, try to remove your ego from the equation and focus on demonstrating superior listening skills. Nonverbal communication could be facial expressions, body movement, your posture, eye contact, touching, and even the space between you and who you're speaking with can even be a form of nonverbal communication. Part of the way I like to demonstrate good listening skills would be nodding my head, making appropriate eye contact, and writing things down. If you've ever given a presentation and noticed somebody in the audience writing down what you just said, that typically feels great. So I like to return the favor and write something down if I feel like it's good. Also, when you're having a one-on-one meeting inside of an office, put your phone away, or at minimum, put it face down and on vibrate. And in the event you do get a call, just silence the vibration. This will be a clear demonstration of respect to whoever is sitting directly in front of you. Another way of demonstrating good listening skills is by having good posture and sitting up in your chair. This forces you to pay attention to whoever is speaking in front of you or in front of the group. This might sound a little silly, but in an effort to train myself to be a better listener, I would bite my lips and hold my mouth shut with my hands. Here are a few ways you can improve your communication skills. Learn to manage stress in the moment. Take calm, deep breaths to control and lower your heart rate. Develop your emotional awareness. Try to figure out what triggers your anger and try to navigate around that. Be aware of the time of day. Sometimes people get a little testy if they haven't eaten in a while. Guilty as charged. Learn to read body language, be friendly, and ask for clarity. Hey Nancy, if I understand you correctly, you're wondering if we could add funds for this project by removing some unnecessary items from next week's project. Did I hear you correctly? Try to avoid interrupting and redirecting the conversation back to your concerns. Here are some other tips to improve your digital communication skills. If you're typing up an email that's relatively important, save it as a draft. Take a moment, get out of your chair, get out of your office, and walk down the hallway. If you can, take a moment and then come back when you're ready. Reread the email, and if it truly is communicating what you're intending, go ahead and hit send. As an alternative, just type up a smaller email or ask for a phone call, or if it's appropriate, ask for a meeting. Send a text message. If your situation allows for this, sending a brief, short text message is a very effective way of communicating. Many of the people I communicate with actually prefer texting over a phone call and even over an email. Whether you're speaking with a vendor, customer, or colleague at work, just ask them, how would you like me to communicate with you? This will demonstrate that you care and it will improve your relationship. If you can think on your feet and whip up a quick analogy or tell a funny story, that actually is a great way of communicating effectively. So how can effective communication skills make you more money? Well, I'll be the first one to tell you, any one instance of demonstrating effective communication is not going to result in putting money in your pocket immediately. But if you practice these habits and do them consistently, you will build up a brand and reputation of yourself in your office, and you will be known as a good listener and an effective communicator. This could result in getting you that promotion, maybe a pay raise, or possibly a larger bonus if you're in that situation. Maybe you're in sales and becoming an effective communicator will help you close that next deal. Regardless of which situation you're in, after watching this video, set a goal for yourself to improve your effective communication skills. Start with just one thing and then expand from there. And there are a few great places to start. I would suggest developing your listening skills and then take one extra breath or a moment to gather your thoughts before speaking. Thanks for watching. Appreciate your time. What other tips do you have to communicate effectively? And if you have any questions for me, leave them in the comments down below. Thanks. Go live your best life.